Jabari stood at the edge of the crystal river, his eyes wide with horror. The once shimmering water was turning into thick, suffocating black ink. Across the bank, Nuru the sorcerer loomed like a shadow, his hands wreathed in swirling violet smoke. With a sharp, bone-chilling snap of his fingers, Nuru sealed the riverbed. Life itself seemed to stop. Fish floated to the surface, motionless and cold, while the forest animals bolted into the deep shadows of the trees. Jabari gripped his wooden staff until his knuckles turned white. While others fled, he did not run. He stepped forward into the gloom. Suddenly, the very ground beneath Jabari's feet began to rumble. From a clearing bathed in supernatural golden light, a massive lion emerged. Its fur glowed like molten sun, and its eyes held ancient wisdom. The lion stared deep into Jabari's soul. When it spoke, its voice boomed like rolling thunder across the valley. The lion said, "Only kindness can break dark magic." The words echoed in the air, a cryptic promise of hope. Jabari looked at his simple wooden staff, then turned toward the jagged peaks of the mountains, ready to find his true strength. Jabari wandered the high trails. He found a small bird with a broken wing, shivering in the cold. With gentle hands, he splinted it with vines and whispered words of comfort. Further in the valley, he discovered a lost cub, crying for its mother. He carried the heavy creature across the treacherous terrain until they were reunited. With every creature he helped, a faint, warm glow began to creep up the length of his staff. Days passed into nights. His staff began to pulse with a steady, rhythmic brilliance, beating like a second heart. He was no longer just a boy with a stick. He was a vessel for the light he had gathered through mercy. Jabari returned to the riverbank. Nuru raised his hands, summoning a towering wall of jagged shadow. The sorcerer laughed, a sound like grinding stones. "You cannot defeat me with a stick," he shouted. Jabari did not respond with words. He jammed the staff deep into the poisoned soil. He closed his eyes, pushing every ounce of his will and the kindness he had witnessed into the wood. The staff erupted. A blinding golden flare exploded outward. The light tore through the shadows like a divine blade, shattering Nuru's darkness. The black ink of the river evaporated instantly under the heat of the pure light. The water turned clear once more, dancing over the stones. Nuru shrieked as the light scorched his robes, forcing him to retreat into the deepest, darkest parts of the woods. The villagers rushed to the bank, their cheers echoing as the life-giving water began to flow. Jabari stood tall, his staff dimming to a soft, steady glow. He looked at the water and then back at the forest. He understood now. He knew that the smallest act of kindness was not a weakness, but the only shield in the world that never failed. The light remained within him, forever.